So I've just been out cycling, and it's the first time in a couple of weeks that I've actually been on the bike, what with moving and everything else. And having to go a slightly different route and having to find a slightly different route. So hit that period where usually with my cycling I do everything in quite a top gear because I like to feel that pressure. I like to be able to push through and not only enjoy the ride but actually feel as though I'm doing some really good work with it too. And apart from going up hills where I go down a little bit, but got to about half a mile from home and my legs were killing me, and I thought, no Nick, no, you've got to push through, and then the other bit of me was saying, well actually if you push through you're going to have to go down to a really low gear because your legs are just going to give up on you. So why not do the sensible thing and just go down a couple of gears, because endurance and reaching your destination is more important than powering through at a specific rate. So I did, and still worked hard, but got home with some good work. And I think sometimes that's a lesson that we need to take on board, isn't it? Sometimes just going down a gear and practicing endurance rather than frantically trying to reach a goal in a specified time frame or in a specified way actually serves us a little bit better. So it's freezing, it's really cold, my nose is cold, my hands are cold, I can't speak properly, but I feel really enlivened and really energetic, and that's always a good thing, isn't it? Hi there. So it's been an absolutely nuts couple of weeks. I haven't had a vlog out for a little while because I just haven't had the opportunity to actually sit down and film anything, or to let you know really what's going on. It's been manic. I've moved, there have been all sorts of things that have changed, and it's one of those times, isn't it? You don't realise actually how much is involved and how much upliftment and shift is involved when you're actually changing everything. So I'm here in my new office, sort of little office, and it's actually what is a spare bedroom. So I've got my computer there, a couple of lamps, I've got my bookshelf there, and it still feels like a little bit of a shell. It's kind of slowly beginning to get that sense of feeling like home. But it's really interesting when I reflect on the past few weeks, particularly being here where it doesn't really feel like home, how much I have needed to make sure that I reconnect with myself so that I actually feel like I am in my home, even if I'm not in my home in the big wide world. And it's really strange how little things make you realise and re-establish your connection with yourself, isn't it? I think that's really important. One of the amazing things that's happened in the midst of all this move and upheaval and everything like that is that all of my branding stuff is finally done, and it's just so amazing. Some of you will probably have seen bits and pieces on my Facebook page and on my Instagram feed, because I've started to use it. I haven't got it in use properly because I need to upgrade my website and do all sorts of various bits and pieces, but it's amazing. Vicky Nicholson, who is the lady that's done it, has just done an incredible job. She's really nailed my feelings and my thoughts about my work. And for those of you that don't or haven't heard me mention it before, it's actually an abstract dandelion that's being worked, that's part of the logo, and then the branding and everything is kind of coming off that. But the dandelion represents that aspect of change and that aspect of something that goes into seed and then goes out into the world to replant somewhere else. I've got a Zen circle around it, which is completeness and yet incompleteness at the same time. Then I've got purple and lilac, which is the spirit element, and I've got coral, which is the passion and the zest for life and that connection with our own soul. So it's really fantastic. And there's something about, for me at this particular point in my work, about having a cohesive feel, so that different strands of my work sort of come together in the same way that I feel that different strands and different elements of me are coming together. And it's really interesting if I look back over the past year, because as that process has been happening internally for me, I've had to let go of some of the work that I've done. And for all of us that have a really strong passion that we love, and we have a vocation, and if you're self-employed as well, it can be really challenging to let go of aspects of your work, because you've usually worked so hard to get things where they are that letting go of something feels really frightening. And there's that aspect of, well, you've worked so hard to build it, so why are you letting it go? But actually you can't allow new things to come in, and you can't move forward along the journey that you're on if you don't leave the station that the train has already stopped in. So it's been really interesting to be in the last year in that process of allowing aspects of my work to slowly drift away, so that I can actually start to allow the space and the energy for new things to come in, and I can actually work and start working to create the elements of my work that I want to have more of as I move forward. And it's really easy, isn't it, to keep doing the same old, because it feels familiar and it feels comfortable, and yet the same old things, no matter how great they are, can keep us stuck in a pattern that doesn't let us change, and more importantly doesn't let us grow and doesn't let us expand into new potential. So all of the work with branding has actually all come together exactly at the right time, because elements of my older work and things that I've let go of, they have finally gone, and everything is at this new starting place, this new foundation that I'm about to step into, where it's really creating the opportunities and the work and enabling the journey moving forward. So I'm really excited about where my work is going. I'm really excited about where I'm going with it, and I'm really looking forward to everything that life has to offer. So I'm just at a garden centre. I've just come out to have a look around, and they've got a nice pet shop, so I've come to get Flynn a few bits and pieces, and I've just come across this. Are you feeling that Christmas spirit yet?